Okay, this is why I'm here, the other reason. No, we are also connected because of some dysfunctional infrastructure. I am the person, my people are the people that are downstream on line 3. Enbridge is barreling through, acting as if it's all good. Y'all know Enbridge, single largest pipeline company in the world. 5 years ago, they announced a fracked oil pipeline they want to cross my territory with. Brand new corridor, brand new corridor. We already got 6 lines that go through our territory. And they announced a brand new pipeline, cut through our best wild rice territories. Everything they had not already put at risk, they were proposing to put at risk. And so my people fought that company, the Enbridge company. We fought them. We fought them for 4 years in the Minnesota regulatory process. We fought them for 4 years in the Minnesota regulatory process. I've given 5 years of my life to the Enbridge Corporation, you know, and I don't really like that. But what I know is that that's a really bad idea. And so for 4 years we fought them, and on August 2nd of last year, the Enbridge Corporation announced that it was canceling that Sandpiper project, that big pipeline project that was a fracked oil project. And so what I want you to teach your children is that it is possible to challenge large multinational corporations. Do not teach them that it is inevitable. Do not teach them that corporations have the right to control your water, the right to control your future. Teach them that courageous people stand up and courageous people defeat large corporations. Teach them so that they become courageous people. Because that is what we need, is people of courage. You know, I always say there's enough problem makers out there. What we need is problem solvers, right? You know, we need people who are going to solve things. And so I tell you that story because Enbridge has come back with this 915,000 barrel a day line 3 that they are now proposing through our territory. And so I am related to you through some dysfunctional pipes. You know, that's what I'm going to say. And the Enbridge Corporation, because you have a dysfunctional economy in Canada and you are a petro-state, because you have made some poor economic decisions as a country and you have not diversified your economy, and your economy is based on oil out of the tar sands and pillaging the rest of the world, since 75% of the world's mining corporations are Canadian-based. Huge implications of the economic choices of this country. So as I said, I'm an economist by training, and I think it is time to evolve your economy to an economy that is not based on the Windigo economy of the constant extraction of ecosystems, because it has huge human rights implications. And we can all talk about things, and we could talk about how great Canada is, but you're not so damn great if you destroy ecosystems and people. And I think we ought to own it, and I think we need to figure out how to change it, because I'd really like it all to change, because right now they are barreling towards us. They are barreling towards us, and what I'm telling you is that we are going to stop them when they hit Minnesota. We're going to stop them because we are in the regulatory process, and we fought them off once. We fought them off once, and we are going to fight them off again, because Minnesota doesn't have any need for this oil. We're a pass-through state. And Enbridge does not have the need to be greedy. They can reverse their lines and do all kinds of magic stuff and still pump 500,000 barrels a day more of oil through their lines. They could do that. And we need to quit entitling corporations to take everything that is ours. And why that is important is, next slide, is that this is also because of Enbridge. These are pictures from Standing Rock. And I know some of you were there. Were any of you there? Thank you. Okay, there were 3 of you there. Okay. But I myself came to Winnipeg and went to Standing Rock with some great Isaac Murdoch art that I brought across the border. And that's right. And there was a lot of people here who supported us. You know, and what I want to say is that people watch that go down, right? Y'all watch that go down. But what y'all need to know is that 28% of that was financed by Enbridge, because they didn't get our pipeline, and so they bought that pipeline. That's what happened. And so your Canadian corporation is responsible for what happened there in North Dakota on Standing Rock. You know, because that corporation didn't have the money to continue. The $2.8 billion that Enbridge put in shored them up. And so when they put the dogs on our people, when they started shooting us and tear gassing us, you know who I called? I called Enbridge. I said, Enbridge, you have an Aboriginal policy. You have a First Nations policy. It says you work with First Nations. I said, you need to call for a full environmental impact assessment. You need to call for a consultation with the Standing Rock tribe. You need to uphold your policy. And you know what Enbridge did? They did nothing. They did nothing. And so we hold them responsible for 28% of the injuries. We hold Enbridge responsible for 28% of the arrests, 28% of the bullets, and 28% of the tanks. So that's what I want to say is that in Canada, I know this is a little uncomfortable for you, but this is what's going down in the world. It's what's going down in the world, and it's coming out of up here, and we are all related. We are all related by choices that are made, economic choices that are made, and by also the civil society that we now face. There's a few more of these pictures. There's one. You saw some of these pictures. That's us getting tear gas. Next one. That's us facing these huge damn pieces of tanks. Now, I don't think that happened in Canada. I don't know. But they put military equipment on us, and you all know that, right? You know, that military equipment. Next one here. I like this photo. It's like the coolest. I get to hang out with those guys this summer. I rode horse for about 250 miles with these guys. Me and like 20-year-olds. Ever crazy me, huh? Was that cool? Wouldn't you like to be one of those Native kids? You know what I'm saying? At some level, I want to grow up and be a 17-year-old Lakota or Dakota man who can stand on his horse. Is that, excuse my use of the term, but is that badass or what? You know what I'm saying? And so in that moment, in the moment of the evil and the ugly of industrial society, we also found part of ourselves. We found our courage. We saw how beautiful we were. I saw these men that, you know, that changed our lives. It was our Selma moment. You know, our moment of truth where we saw who we were and we found our courage. And that is what Enbridge is facing. 10,000 people that woke up. And we ain't going to sleep. You know, we ain't going to sleep. But there is more than that because we are water protectors, which is what I encourage you all to think about being. You know, that was used as a bad term by the state of South Dakota and the state of North Dakota. But what I want to say is that I'm proud to say that I am a water protector. You know, and I think we all should be water protectors at some level.